So is Ain Dubai really just getting some very serious upgrades? The wheel was designed to withstand massive earthquakes and 100-mile-per-hour storms, too. It was the latest in a series of projects here designed to go bigger, taller, or deeper than anywhere else on Earth. Hey there, YouTube peeps. Imagine this, a colossal structure that reaches for the sky, putting all other Ferris wheels to shame. We're talking about the world's biggest wheel, a real-life marvel that attracts millions of thrill-seekers from all over the globe. But what if it suddenly stopped in its tracks? Wild, right? It's like a Hollywood movie plot, but here's the catch, folks. It's actually happening. Before starting, please subscribe to the channel and give us your likes. Let's get started. In late 2021, Dubai unveiled this, the world's largest observation wheel called Ain Dubai. It was the latest in a series of projects here designed to go bigger, taller, or deeper than anywhere else on Earth, in this case by a considerable margin. Almost twice the size of the London Eye, and following 6 long years of construction, the colossal structure was finally unveiled to much fanfare and fireworks. Dubai had done it again. Want to try a ride? Share your opinion in the comments section. But after just a few months, Ain Dubai suddenly closed. Few details were given, other than it was undergoing enhancement works and would be running again in a matter of weeks. However, more than a year has passed since then, and it still hasn't reopened. What's more, big questions are now being asked about when, or even if, we'll see it moving again. So is Ain Dubai really just getting some very serious upgrades? Or could the world's record-breaking Ferris wheel be broken? This is Blue Waters Island, one of several new land masses added to the coastline of Dubai, built using land reclamation. It's home to high-end residences, restaurants, shops, a hotel, and a 250-meter-high observation wheel that absolutely dominates everything else around it. But you could be forgiven for not taking much notice of this immense structure, despite its size, if you were to visit now. Why? Because it's been out of action for over a year, and when it's supposed to be a major draw for tourists, that's not ideal. Before we delve any deeper, what makes this more than a simple fairground ride on steroids? Well, it's not just a really big Ferris wheel. Over 11,000 tons of steel were needed for the construction, and it was designed to carry 1,750 people at a time across its 48 passenger cabins. Each leg is 126 meters long, about the same as 15 London buses, and the spoke cables contain hundreds of 9-millimeter thick wires, which would span 2,400 kilometers if they were laid end to end. That's the rough distance between Dubai and Cairo. They all radiate outwards from the hub and spindle, a sort of central axle fitted with bearings. On a lot of big wheels, there are roller bearings made from steel, like on the London Eye, but Ain Dubai instead has sliding plane bearings made from a composite material. In the words of the company that made them, they needed to be inspectable, replaceable, durable, cost-efficient, maintenance-free, and absolutely fail-safe. Just the hub and spindle alone is 40 meters long and 20 meters high, and comes in at over 1,800 tons. Overall, it's a lot of weight, which is why the whole structure sits on 35-meter piles, extending all the way to the bedrock. The wheel was designed to withstand massive earthquakes and 100-mile-per-hour storms, too. If we missed something, write in the comments. It will be interesting to know all about it. Building it took some time, more than half a decade, although it was supposed to complete quicker. Delays scuppered the original 2019 finish date, so it was pushed back to late 2020 in time for the Dubai Expo. COVID-19 put a stop to these plans as well, though, meaning it wasn't until October 2021 that Dubai Holding, which owns the structure, could finally welcome the first passengers. For several months after launch, all seemed well. Hundreds of thousands of visitors took the 38-minute ride. There would have been countless selfies and Instagram stories, and the island itself became a hive of activity. But it wasn't to last. Now, before we look at what could have caused it to stop, what does it take to be an engineer on a huge project like Ain Dubai? Now, let's rotate back to that big wheel. Fast forward from the opening to March 2022, and everything changed. The attraction was abruptly shut down, and the explanation given wasn't what you'd call detailed. There was only a statement on the Ain Dubai website saying it has closed for periodic enhancements, and it was planned to reopen at the end of Ramadan. A bit strange, but not a huge deal, because that was only a couple of months away. And yet, just a few weeks later, Ain Dubai has announced on the website that they will remain closed for the duration of the summer. That time period then became Q1 2023, again, without any real specifics. When this deadline had passed and the wheel still hadn't moved, an update appeared on the site. Ain Dubai remains closed until further notice as we continue to rigorously work on completing the enhancement works that have been taking place over the past months. Once a reopening date is set, a further announcement will be made. Today, another 18 months have been and gone with no extra news, and attempts to get more information out of Ain Dubai have failed. As for Blue Waters Island itself, it's reportedly quieter than in early 2022, when the main landmark was in full swing. The big question then is, what could have happened? Can you say? Well, it's difficult to say when we've had no official word, and even people without links to the project won't speak publicly. Despite this, recent reports have seen anonymous sources from the area offer some pretty shocking theories. Local residents say they heard the structure vibrating loudly and that it shook the ground when it turned, according to a Washington Post article from July 2023. Another unnamed person stated, "Some from the building management say something broke inside the main axle mechanism, and others say it is sinking. I've heard hotel managers in the beach area facing the wheel say they're calculating risk and damage estimates for the possibility that it falls." So for now, the wait for definitive news on the future of this incredible structure continues. One day, the world will know what's gone on at Ain Dubai, but until then, it will remain one of construction's biggest mysteries. When first unveiled, Ain Dubai offered further proof of the city's ability to build bigger than anywhere else. The work that went into making this enormous wheel operational, even temporarily, is remarkable. But whether it reopens again or not, the structure is perhaps a sign that breaking new ground in construction does have its limits, even in Dubai. According to a director for one of the construction companies midway through the build, the sheer size of the Dubai wheel means we are pushing the boundaries of engineering design. Could it be that on this occasion, Dubai pushed them too far? In conclusion, my dear viewers, the world holds its breath as the fate of the world's biggest wheel hangs in the balance. Will it rise from its slumber and continue to thrill millions, or will its broken state become a sad reminder of what once was? Only time will tell. Remember to smash that like button and hit that subscribe bell to stay tuned. As always, thank you for joining me on this thrilling adventure. Until next time, stay curious, my friends.